Good morning, Ghana. My name is Nana Owusujebi. I go by the name Black the Mogul, and this is a video that I want to do concerning the issue that took place in Central Region. Before I start, my heart goes out to the family of Captain Mahama, to his wife, to his loved ones, and everyone there. It took me a couple of days to make this video because I was perplexed about the whole incident. I just can't wrap my mind around it. I just can't comprehend how a man who has taken an oath to serve his nation, to protect the people, can be murdered by the same people. It is sad. It took me a while just to make this video because I'm just taking myself, just trying to put myself, trying to understand the situation, how someone can be taken as a thief and be murdered. The only way this thing could happen is that maybe those people are psychologically, mentally challenged or psychologically impaired, because it doesn't make sense. I'm sure that this man tried to explain that he was a soldier. And how long does it take for you to verify that someone is a soldier or not? All you need to do is to apprehend the person, take him to a place, or call someone to verify whether he's a soldier or what he's claiming is true or not, or take the person to the police station. For the town people to take the law into their own hands and then kill this person in this manner is such a barbaric incident that we need to condemn them. They need to be penalized according to the laws in the country. This is very sad. It is very sad, and I think at this moment we need to pray for Ghana, because Ghana, we don't act like a country who just had its 60th anniversary. I don't think we are civilized as a nation. I wonder why people take the laws into their own hands. This is sad for someone who is a policeman. Someone, I'm sure, at the time that you are stoning him, you are beating him, he's trying to explain himself that he's a policeman. He's a soldier. And doesn't that even strike you to say, okay, because of the repercussions, let me find out if this person is really a soldier or not? And for you to disregard all his claims and kill the person. What's the intent? Is there a motive? The only reason why you would do such thing is maybe there's a motive behind it. Maybe it's not about whether he was a policeman or he was an armed robber. Maybe you really wanted to kill him. That was the motive. This person has been sent there to protect, in the interest of the nation, to put a stop to this whole galamsey that is going on. And I'm starting to think, maybe is that the motive? Maybe the people in the town don't agree with the fact that the government is putting a stop to this illegal mining. Maybe it's taking food from the plate of the citizens, and they feel like maybe they need to send a message to the government. That is why they took this man's life. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking, because it doesn't make sense. If someone is claiming they're a soldier and you believe that they are an armed robber, and you really want the person to face the law, why do you take the law into your own hands? Why don't you take the person to the police station? Or if the person is claiming he's new in the town, take the person to his or her house to find out, for them to show an identification. How can you just murder this man in cold blood? This is barbaric. This is something that we shouldn't tolerate. Maybe the government needs to spend money on trying to help us become civilized, because we are so uncivilized. The things that we do, you just don't understand. There has to be a reason why these people decided to kill him. I don't think it's because they believe he was an armed robber. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe it has to do, is related to the illegal mining. This is something that the government or the law really needs to look at how they handle this issue, because everyone is watching. These people, the people who took this man's life, need to be brought to justice. If they are found guilty, they need to serve the necessary time that they deserve. It is never right for anyone, regardless of what the person do. Even if this man had killed someone, you don't take the person's life. That's why we have a government. That's why we have laws. This is unnecessary. Ghana, we are 60 years. We are still going through this uncivilized acts. I wonder how the wife is feeling. I wonder how the kids will feel when they grow up to find out that their dad was killed by the people that he was serving. Just imagine, as a wife, watching a video of your husband on Facebook being murdered. And someone had the nerves, man. How do we feel? Had the nerves to even pull out a camera and then video this incident. This is very sad. This is very sad. But we have to take everything into consideration. We have to find out why these people would do such a thing. Is it something that's related to illegal mining? Or is it something that maybe they've heard so many cases of policemen and soldiers being involved in armed robberies, so now they've lost respect for the people in the military and then the people in the police force? Is that the reason? Because there's been so many cases that you find policemen and soldiers involved in armed robberies. So maybe when citizens hear a thief claiming or an armed robber claiming that he or she is a military person, they don't believe it. They've lost respect. Or maybe they believe that if they apprehend this person, take him to the police station, the police will set them free. Because look at it, if a policeman is still on the street taking 1 cedi, 5 cedi as a bribe for a traffic offense, what if you take wouldn't he take a bribery from maybe 100,000 from a thief who has been sent to police station to be dealt with? So the people have lost trust in the police force. They take matters into their own hands. Ghana, it is time that we said that the government, President Nana Akufo-Addo, we need to do something about this. The recruitment, the way we recruit policemen, the people have lost respect in the force, in the military. And I'm not saying this to justify the act of killing someone's husband, someone's child, someone's father. I'm not saying this to justify it. There's no justification on taking someone's life. You don't justify that. But there has to be a reason why these things come to play. These are things that we need to take into consideration. In Ghana, every time there's a situation, we just solve the problem, but we don't find out why that problem occurred. Let me give you an example. Every time we spend so much money fixing roads, right after we do the road, we construct the roads, then we get potholes. We don't find out the reason why these potholes came into existence. We just fill it up, and then very soon the same problem will occur. It is about time that we eradicate the problems that bring about these issues. Ghana, it is time for us to put our foot up, because our best foot up, because it is time. It is unfair for someone to lose a father, a husband, and a child, and the person was serving the nation. Please, Mr. President, we need to deal with this issue. And one thing we need to understand is that this is not an issue where we need to retaliate combatively. Because look at these policemen, the soldiers. They have gone to the town and they are brutalizing the citizens. What picture are you sending out there? These citizens who attacked or killed the man have witnessed armed robbers attack their family members. So they are peeved. So when they meet an armed robber, they want to do away with them. And that's the reason why maybe they attack this man. But for the policemen to also be peeved and then go there and start brutalizing, start beating people without finding out whether the people that they are beating were really involved in the crime, is the same thing as instant justice. I think the police should be dealing with this instead of the soldiers going out there. What is the soldier going there for? That's why we have the policemen. These men out there are not armed. They are just citizens going about their business. We don't need to send the police, the soldiers out there to start beating them. What kind of message? The same thing that they did, which is the instant justice. That's what the soldiers are doing. We need to get the soldiers out of there, go there and do the proper investigation and apprehend the people who were involved in this heinous act. This is unlawful for the soldiers to go out there and start beating up citizens without any proof that whether these people were engaged in those acts or not, because the world is looking at it. So is it this way? Whenever someone is at fault, we just use force? No, we don't use force. We use the law. And the law is not about being forceful. It's about following the right channel, due process to bring people to justice. But for you to send soldiers out there to be combative, what message are you sending out there? Maybe it's not justice that you are searching for. Maybe you just want to impose, or you just want to inflict pain on the people. But that's not what we are searching. We want to set an example. Let me bring this video to an end. But what I would say is that maybe we need to stop spending so much money on these technologies and then infrastructures, and then invest in education to teach people to be civilized. Because it doesn't make sense to have all these technologies and then we act like monkeys or like animals in the zoo. My name is Black the Mogul. Please say a prayer to the deceased family. I know they are going through so much. This is not a situation that I can even empathize. I can't put myself in his shoes. And stay blessed. We need to pray for Ghana. One love.